While we were in Tennessee, we were really fortunate to have the cutest Airbnb. It was like this little cabin in a little private mountain. It was so adorable. After a disastrous inspection on the home that we honestly thought we were going to buy in Tennessee, we spent the rest of our time doing jigsaw puzzles. And looking at manufactured homes from Clayton Homes in Tennessee, which is a really good company. And we wanted to see, roughly what we could find in our price range, and just see what models are out there, and find out a bit more about it in case that's the route we end up going. After arriving home in Florida, it was really good to see the animals.
Back from vacation, gonna see our kittens for the first time. Hi kittens, oh look at all of you looking. Hi Taylor. Hi Taylor. Hi Peach. Tines! Oh, Tiny Tines. Hi. No fighting. I get in there. I get ya. Hi guys. Hi Thomas. Hi Thomas. Hi Shar. Hi.
People have been messaging me and asking me and encouraging me, the last 4 or 5 days since we got back from Tennessee, and that's been so nice that everyone cares so much. And I know so many people have seen the video of what happened in Tennessee, and our disappointment and our frustration. It was a tough time. We expected when we went there to, any old house, you always know that when you have inspections, you're going to have, a laundry list of things to fix. And we were totally expecting that. What we weren't expecting is, basically, don't buy this house. It's not very safe, and it could be problems beyond, your budget. What a lot of people don't realize is the fact that, our budget is fairly low, but that house was pretty much most of it. So if we had bought that house and then started taking up floors and found, that all the joists needed replacing, which they probably would have, given the issues with the floor. Then it would have been all new subfloor, you know, countless. I mean, there could have been mold. I still don't even have that report back yet. And you know, the sad fact was that the owner was present at the inspections, and he was just in total denial that there was anything wrong with it. You know, he'd grown up in that house. It was his mom's house, and you know, then it had been passed down to his sister, and both of those you know, are now deceased. And so he had obviously an emotional attachment to that house, and that's understandable. But from our point of view, to spend, you know, the majority of our budget on a house that we were being told wasn't really safe, you know, it would have been crazy for us to do that. So, you know, as nice as the land was, as nice as the area was, of course our first thought was to talk to the realtors to see, because we had two, obviously, the sellers and the buyers, realtors, and you know, we asked them both, should we just make an offer on the land? And they said absolutely yes. You know, he's had offers before on just the land and he's turned them down, but you know, maybe if you're a bit more competitive with it, you know, who knows, now we've had the inspection. It was a no-go. He wasn't interested whatsoever in any offer that doesn't include the house as a livable, you know, abode. So unfortunately there was just no negotiation, you know, to be had. So since we got back to Florida, it has gone back on the market, full price, the exact same price again. So, you know, it tells us that the owner obviously is just totally immovable at the moment. So I don't know what will happen in the future. We're going to keep an eye on it because, you know, we really did like the land, and we really did like the area, and we really liked the fact that, you know, even if we knocked the house down, that there would be a nice area to be able to build something. It also had at least a second home site and a place for a barn, several barns if we'd wanted them. You know, it was a really beautiful place, but there was just no more. There was nothing else we could do. We just had to walk away, and just, you know, unfortunately by walking away, it made us all feel very defeated at the time, because we were back to square one. I mean, there was nothing left to look at. The rest of our trip was literally doing jigsaw puzzles in the cabin and, you know, wondering what on earth just happened. So it was a long road home, back to Florida. And of course, when we got back, it was, you know, it'd gone into a cold front. There was a lot of rain, and it was pretty miserable at the beginning. But, you know, I suppose after a while, I'm grateful, very grateful that we didn't make a big mistake, because, you know, obviously before we left and then on the day, I prayed that, you know, that we would have a great inspector, that if there was anything nasty to be found, that he would find it, and he did. So, you know, we got what we asked for, and all of us are thankful that we, you know, that we possibly avoided something that could have been a major catastrophe. You know, it just didn't soften the fact that we didn't have anything else to look at land-wise or house-wise in any of the areas. Now, the areas that we're looking at, everyone's been asking me about that too. And fact is, we've been going from far east Tennessee, almost the border of North Carolina, around the Roan Mountain. We've been going all the way up north to within 50 miles of the Kentucky line. In fact, some of them have been even closer than that. We've been going down, you know, not as far as Chattanooga, but, you know, about halfway between Nashville and Chattanooga. And then as far east as Sparta and Crossville, you know, and McMinnville. So anybody who knows Tennessee knows that that is a huge area that we've been searching. I mean, we have been all over the state. So, and we've been looking at realtor.com. We've looked at Zillow, we've looked at Trulia, we've looked at several, you know, Remax sites and things like that. Land, I think Land and Country or something like that. Several websites, I have them all on my phone and on the computer. But we have, and all of us, all four of us have been looking every day. So we have basically, you know, exhausted everything on the market. Sad but true. So since coming home, we decided that we're just going to take a break. You know, Christmas is almost here. It was Tommy's birthday on the 6th of December. Mine's the 23rd of December. We've got friends and family, people who really want to see us and who we really miss and want to see. Of course, you know, not only has COVID restrictions made things difficult, but, you know, with all the house hunting, we've we've struggled to see anybody, and given our primitive living and that we're so far away from everybody now, you know, it's more than an hour into town, just one way. So we've been a bit isolated. So we just decided, you know what, there's nothing to look at. There's no way we can go back up. So we're gonna, you know, just take the rest of the year off and concentrate on, you know, keeping our campsite, you know, as nice as we can make it. We've got some issues here with water and weather. So, you know, we've just got to keep plugging along to try and keep everything going, and just wait till the new year and hope that, you know, it brings new avenues and, you know, more doors open to us. You know, we have every faith that something will come along at the right time. I think for us, we were just trying to rush it because we were struggling. We were all struggling with trying to deal with the daily occurrences. But I really appreciate everyone who has reached out and who's encouraged us and, you know, and tried to advise us in many, many ways. And we appreciate all of it. We really do. And it's been wonderful to have that kind of support. Now, I know probably many of you picked out properties that we saw and thought, wow, why didn't they buy this one? Because it seems so perfect for them, or this seems so perfect for the animals. And truth is, some of them had issues that we may not have shown on camera, or they had, you know, the difference in the undulation of the land. We struggled to show you that in pictures and on video. You couldn't see sometimes just how steep certain areas of the land were, and so we were very concerned, given the fact that we do have elderly horses, that we really didn't want them, you know, falling into certain areas. We have Tough with neurological issues, we have Dusty with vision issues, and so, you know, with them all being older, we really didn't want to buy land that we could potentially be having issues trying to get them up, you know, or, you know, things that they could fall into, dangers. So, you know, as a good horse mom and a good, you know, animal sanctuary provider, we have to think of them as well as us. And of course, with my parents too, we had 4 adults plus 16, 17, 18 animals that needed, you know, certain things. And so we had to make sure that we ticked as many boxes as possible as far as safety, price, area, everything. And just none of the properties so far have sung to us. There was front runners, of course, but in the end, at the moment, we just haven't found the right thing. And unfortunately, most of what we've seen is pretty much off the market already. It's that fast. So, you know, if we'd seen something we absolutely loved, we would have jumped on it. And we tried to with obviously the one house, and the inspections just were so bad. But we're going to keep trying. We're definitely not giving up. Absolutely not giving up. We cannot give up. We have to just keep going. And we're hoping that the new year is going to be, you know, not a different plan, but hopefully different options open to us. And so we're ready.